Okay, I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine, and there's a few things that I wanted to make a video about, like at least put it in there. And I was trying to explain to him that when it comes to signs and synchronicities and stuff like that, the words that pop out at you, whether they be in like a license plate or off a random page on the table or a book or objects around the house, there will be certain words that pop out to you, and it's not a coincidence. If you're paying attention, that certain signs that are meant for you to see are put right in front of you to see. And it sounds strange to those that don't practice this sort of thing, but anything like placement of objects, sound, when it comes to music and stuff like that, especially when you're hearing certain messages through the music specifically. And one person can hear a song, right? Another person can hear a song, and each of them can have a completely different take on the song, right? It's whatever resonates with you. And it's the same with signs and synchronicities. Whatever is resonating with your frequency. High vibrational frequency is going to be more pleasant. Low vibrational frequency, you're going to get more negative. Um, energy that you're going to pick up on. Some people don't even see this, and that's why there's a huge problem with subliminal messaging, is because subconsciously people are picking up on all these signs and synchronicities, but they're not fully paying attention to them. There's a difference. So anyways, I was trying to explain that, and basically looking around you, whatever's in front of you, paying attention. You don't have to be super focused, like hyper focused, but just noticing more than you normally would, more than just blatantly kind of ignoring everything around you and maybe just looking at your phone, or just pretending like nothing around you has any meaning. You know, you're not going to pick up on those things that if you're looking for signs or anything from a past loved one even. And I tried to explain to him as well, um, when it comes to like certain cultures, when it comes to talking to people or ancestors that have passed away, well, when you're requesting a sign or something like that, it's almost like you visualize their face or their essence, like if they were standing right in front of you. And then when you're talking to them, you really truly believe you're talking to them, because technically you are. Their energy is still available, it's just on a different frequency. Okay, that's why there's some people that are really good at being like mediums or something like that, and they're really tuned and tapped in, and um, they can hyper focus, or they can selectively tap into certain things and get those messages in order to deliver them across to people. And to people that don't deal with this sort of thing, or don't even acknowledge that it is a thing, this is not for you. This video is not for you. But those that do understand what I'm talking about energetically, energy is a thing. It's real. And it has different levels to it. And we can tap in and tune into certain things. So whatever resonates with you is going to stand out. Best to keep it at a high vibrational frequency, because lower vibrational frequencies, if you're looking around for signs and synchronicities and you're vibing low, they may not be so positive, and you may not like what you're seeing, right? Which can cause some paranoia. As long as you stay fearless and keep out of the anxiety and the fear state, then that should not be a problem. But if you're trying to practice this and you're in a low vibrational frequency and it starts tripping you out or freaking you out, that's where a lot of people that haven't faced their own inner demons come into play. A lot of people that kind of lose their mind, lose their shit, because they haven't resolved the internal war that's going on within them. So when it comes to tapping into certain frequencies, you want to make sure that you are protected. And the higher vibrational you are, the more protected you are. The more you can keep yourself safe from certain things, which other people would deem as like negative energy or evil, stuff like that. One of the things I wanted to say, hold on, I just go down here. Yeah, dimensions are like frequencies. So you can tap in all you like. You just have to tune yourself. And that's why I said past loved ones are accessible. I made a few videos about this before. especially when it comes to those grieving and stuff like that. Just understand that energy has to go somewhere. It does not just dissipate, right? So they're accessible, and you can talk to them, and you can visualize their face, their essence, concentrate as they were there. And as you speak, you can ask for their help, or you can ask for whatever signs, and then pay attention. Some are very good at this, right? I'm still learning some of this stuff because for the longest time I was kept under a veil of complete like brainwashing, for whatever you want to call it, as if this stuff was not existent, as if it didn't play a role, as if it wasn't valid or important. So I'm glad I'm out of that, but now I'm slowly learning certain gifts and abilities I've had since I was a child, okay? And a lot of people have these, and a lot of children have them as well. That's why you notice some children that they say talk to ghosts or whatever. They're at a high vibrational frequency. Keep that in mind. And I'm still dealing with others' negative energies pulling at me as well. So on top of me trying to learn my own things, my own abilities, I have people pulling at me in negativity, and I have to transmute that into positivity in order for me not to have to project that back out there or put it back out there or to react emotionally and attack somebody, because I have to come from a place of understanding so that I don't do that, because it's my choice. It's my free will. And some people choose just to not do their own inner growth and healing, and they would rather just project it because that's what they were taught. Maybe that's all they know, and maybe they weren't given the tools to do the sort of healing or have learned that sort of thing to do for themselves. So when it comes to talking to past over loved ones or ancestors, the more we learn about our past, where we came from, not just our parents or grandparents, but all the way back, the more we learn and understand things that took place that may have transpired, the more we're able to understand those events and things and heal negative emotions or energies, and the more we drop our own baggage through the clarity so that we can make room for new stuff, so we can allow things to come into us that are supposed to be coming to us, for our lives to go smoothly, for things to go well, for not to have to experience tower after tower or shitty things happening all the time, which are cycles, which are lessons not learned. So it's nice to clear that stuff out, and it's almost like healing your bloodline, right? It's almost like clearing the pathway for yourself as well, and doing the job that your ancestors that paved the way for you to get to where you are, to make it easy for you. You're helping them in a sense, and then they can also help you, and you can move through life a lot easier without being so miserable or triggered or upset about certain things. I still have healing work to do. There are still things that trigger me, but they're nothing compared to a year ago, and a year before that, and a year before that. The amount of things I've learned in 1 year when I finally took the self-accountability, which is hard. It's very painful. When I finally did that, that allowed me to open so many doors for myself, and that allowed things to be so much easier for me when it comes to moving through life and manifesting what it is that I want to, that I deserve. And truly believing that was something that was hard for me as well. So you turn a negative into a positive. I never said it was easy. Nobody ever said it was easy, and we're all trying to figure this out, but some people are keeping this sort of information away from individuals and not giving them a fucking chance in hell. They're not giving them the opportunity to heal themselves. They're not giving them the tools. They're not passing this down. They would rather just leech off them and not do their own healing, and literally like a vampire take all their energy, especially those that have carried their own inner child, that, you know, even if they were hurt or something like that, they still choose the path of loving people unconditionally. You know, that has a huge amount of energy behind it, and some people just want to take that from others instead of doing their own work, and that's not okay. Shit's changing. That's never been okay. I don't know when that became a thing, but it's not. It's not supposed to be like that. There are no cut in the corners when it comes to healing. You could try all you like, but whatever's within you is going to manifest outwards, whether it be other people, let's say people you come across that are just really triggering you, or other situations or things not going right. It's all a fucking lesson for you to learn. And when you get really excited, when you get really happy about something, and it's almost like you're buzzing, it's almost like you're glowing, that's a higher frequency. It's a state of being. And in my opinion, heaven and hell are not a place, they're a state of being. And both are valid, both have reasons for existence, and the whole duality of everything, the yin and yang, is crucial. So understand your inner child, your traumas and stuff like that. Get your clarity, your closure, and your peace. Do your healing, drop your baggage, and balance out your heaven and hell within yourself.